Hey everyone! It's time for... Okay, yes, 4 swords, but it's time for some Metroid Week. A long time ago, I finished Metroid Prime, and now I'm doing more Metroid. Starting with the first one, but not the actual first one. Metroid 1 is hard to play, like many NES games. Hello, Pansy Zombie, how's it going? Oh, I didn't know I had the resolution set like this. Oh well. Very first Metroid ever made? It's true. That's why it's called Zero Mission. The 0th game ever in the franchise. Alright, I'm gonna try and get better about this, so first off, Alucard 194, thanks for following. Thunder Druffe, thanks for following. Alright, let's get right into it. Now, my Game Boy Metroid game of choice was Fusion. Fusion's one of my favorites. I mean, I say that like I've played a bunch of Metroid games. I played most of 3, I beat Fusion, and I've beaten Prime on stream as well. That's about it. Planet Zebes. I called this place home once in peaceful times, long before evil haunted the caverns below. Now I shall finally tell the tale of my first battle here, my so-called Zero Mission. Zero Mission is just so cool. It's true. Like, this is like a really cool kind of remake, I think. And also, God, the Game Boy Advance Metroid games look and sound so good. Also, you were right earlier. What you said shouldn't be called Metroidvanias. They should be called Castloids. You're so right for that. So, like, I think that the Game Boy Advance Metroid games have, like, the best sound design ever. Like, it's so chunky and satisfying. It's great. Turn the volume down, but it was a bit too much. I can't actually hear the game now. Gain access to narrow passageways. And this is why Metroid can't crawl. I gotta say, so this, I didn't realize I'd left this screen size and filter on. This actually looks really good on an actual like Switch in handheld mode. Hey, Android Peach, you here for the best Metroid game? I mean, is this better than Fusion? Because if so... Well, that's good. A little while ago, I tried... they have, like, those SP versions of games where it has, like, some sort of special thing. So, like, they have a thing for the original Metroid where it just gives you all the power-ups and sends you right to Mother Brain. And that was a nightmare to play. That is so rough. But this is way more than the NES game, or the, yeah, NES game was. I know that some people don't like that it adds, like, maps and destination markers and not. Yeah, no, it doesn't have a map in the NES version. Of course not. How could it possibly? But yeah, like they have this where it says go here, and people say that that's bad because it's not the true Metroid experience. This game fueled my autism like crazy as a kid. How so? Just like collecting items. Man, I emulated this game so many times as a kid, but I never actually got very far into it. This is the last game you ever needed your brother to beat for you? End of an era, wow. Oh! Isobs. Thanks for following. Alright, you have to get the climb up walls power up. Now, does this start you off with the wall jump? Yes! Yeah. Wanted to use my Super Nintendo controller for this, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just using the Joy-Cons, which is not great for games like this. Yeah, being the youngest in my family by a lot, I never had the experience of getting a sibling to beat a game for me. I remember when I was really young playing one of my earliest games. It was a Bionicle game. And I asked my dad to try and beat a thing for me, and he couldn't do it because he didn't play games. And so he just said, yeah, I guess you're not going to beat this. And so I got very stubborn and tried very hard, and I did eventually beat it. Never actually beaten Mario 64 because my brother beat Bowser. I mean, it haunts you. I mean... yeah, I don't know. I do think Mario 64 gets kind of rough by the end. I remember a long time ago I was recording the DS version. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get every single star. I've gotten all the stars in Galaxy so many times. So, and this is like a modern version of it. And then you start getting into like, well, you got to find all the rabbits and stuff, and just really lost interest. The DS version is really like a lot better, except for the ways it's not. Be a 16-star run. That's a great way to play the game. My first time beating Mario 64 was with a backwards long jump. I do love how there are literally power-ups here to explain how Samus went from her NES form to every other game. Of the DS version's color design. Yeah, I think it just looks better in general, but that's kind of cheating, because it is however many years, 10 years later. Almost beat Mario 64, couldn't beat Bowser his Soldier copy. Man, the amount of games I sold as a kid haunts me. Like, I'm sure I had stuff that was like worth something, but luckily for me, I can barely remember anymore. I saw a Pokemon right at a yard sale for like $10. Makes me sick sometimes. That's rough. Don't get me started. Chrono Trigger in every NES Mega game from trash it to GameStop. Oh, man, that reminds me. I had a friend, like the last memory I have of trading in some games. I got rid of some stuff to get a Wii U, and my friend was there trading in his stuff too. And the guy literally, like, there was games he traded in. He's like, yeah, I can't give you anything for this. And he just said, okay, just take it. And that's just like, what are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? They're literally taking something from you. Nope. It always trips me up with these like acid things. They, because they slow you down a bit, they eat your jump for a moment. Oh, what a cool game. We haven't gotten to missiles yet, but once you get those, they just sound so good. Oh, wait. Do I have to go this way? Hold on. Still have my NES color Game Boy Advance SP, though it has just had to sand the completionist signature. Oh. I don't think this will do me any good, right? Yeah. Alright, so what did I miss? I want to do all the Metroid games at some point, because I'm borrowing Metroid Dread from a friend, and I have that terrible disease that tells me that I can't play that until I play the other 4 games. And so, yeah, I've been thinking about, oh, geez. Uh-oh. Jeez. That thing's strong. The other best Metroid game is Prime 2. That's also on the list. Like, I want to go through the whole Prime trilogy since I have it. That's how I played Prime 1. Luckily, Metroid games aren't super time intensive, so they're kind of perfect for streaming. Love to try Prime 2 and not have it be the Wii version. Well, I mean, maybe they'll remaster Prime 2 eventually and charge $50 for that as well. I can, like... Oh, wow, I'm way... Right, this is a Game Boy Advance game. I'm back to the save point. Oh. Right, I should just... For the sake of streams... Let's do this better next time. Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. Does anyone remember what I was saying? That's how you beat Gunstar Heroes? Yeah, I'm so far... Uh-oh. Oh, does a long beam open this? Okay. I guess I should have paid more attention. I'm really past the point of like, even really caring about beating games legit. Especially NES games. Like, I played Zelda 1 last year, and I don't know why I would bother doing that without save states to rewind or something. Because the Dark Nuts in that are just badly made. Using the Joy-Con buttons are so sticky. Every time they click. Gotta find a better controller for next time. Beating every Mega Man game ever made, you paid your dues. Yeah, I mean that's just the thing. Is like I'm old now. I don't want to waste a bunch of time just redoing stuff. Like, it used to, like, not matter. It would just be like, yeah, I only get to play, like, so many games. Like, it's not like I can just buy a full-price game whenever I want. Because I was a little baby child. But now, I've got the problem every adult has of no time, but have a bit of money. Oh, wait. Ah, I did it. So when I was testing this out, I tried using the wall jump to get up here. I got pretty far, but I'm just not good enough to consistently do it. We are old now. We've known each other a long time. I don't even remember how old we were back then. You're 19, geez. Man, yeah, that was a long time ago. Just like this old Metroid game. In fact, yeah, when did this come out? Like 2003? Did it come out? It came out before Fusion, right? I remember back in the day, my sister and her friend, they lived in my parents' basement, and so her friend was like a big gamer. So she was like my window into like what it's like to have lots of video games. And she had Metroid Fusion, and I got to like play it on her Game Boy, and I was so like mind blown by it. That. This is after Fusion? I guess that makes sense. I guess it could have gone either way, though. I feel like nowadays it's a bit more common for it to be like, first that they make a proof of concept by remaking something, and then they do... Oh yeah, I forgot, you don't even get like a missile upgrade, you just get missile tank, and now you have missiles. You can break the shit out of this game, and it's so satisfying and easy. Yeah, I mean, that's like the Metroid thing. The thing I've wanted to do in like at least one Metroid game is get all the like upgrades and stuff. But like, I definitely need to just use a guide, have it at my side the whole time. Like Fusion, I really like, but I always hear how you have to do like a ton of the backtracking at the very end to actually get it. Ah. This has a really tight window to it. You only have 5 missiles. And it'll just leave eventually. Ah. Oh. Yeah, I lost my window. That's why they created Rewind. Oh man. If I remember right, this is meant to be like a recurring boss that comes back every now and then. But I can just do this and get the charge beam right away. Something I really like about remakes of old games is they're so absurdly briskly paced. Like, there's so little preamble to them. Like, I'm pretty sure, because I think the charge beam is how you open the red doors. Like, or no, the missiles are, I think. Yeah, it couldn't be charged because that's optional. Not like optional, but you can't just get it usually on your first go. Oh, I guess I should save. It's been a minute since I've actually played like an old game like this where you really do want to be consistent about your saving. A Peaks and Zero mission where you can beat the game in 20 minutes with very little practice. That's cool. That's like Sonic. That's my metric. The bug isn't going away. Wow, these things just keep coming. One time a youth pastor at church saw me playing Pokemon on the DS and he said, "What's this doing? Push the cartridge out." Ooh! Oh no! Oh. That's terrible. So many gross, fucked up looking things in Metroid. I love it. Shoutouts to Nightmare. Now I'm just thinking about how good so many Nintendo Game Boy Advance games look. And how they then just shifted over to like mediocre looking 3D for like 15, 20 years. Yeah, I guess it's been like 20 years because it's really only just now with the Switch they've like late in the game they started doing stuff like Mario Luigi Brothership where it's really stylized, or like Mario Wonder. No, so paranoid about saving in case a random youth pastor ruins my game. That is a valid concern. You never know when that might happen. No, it's just the Prime games where charging sucks in energy. Yeah, like a whole other thing, like a thing that's lost to time now, which is kind of weird to think, is the whole idea of like, oh, I need to get to a save point before my handheld's battery dies. Like, whenever Mario and Luigi Partners in Time comes up, usually people talk about how absurdly long the final boss is, and like, I have a very core childhood memory of trying to beat that boss when my DS's battery light was red. Eggman Zero's graphics influenced you a lot. Yeah, those were like using a ton of flash animations and stuff, weren't they? That's what I'm thinking of. Hey, Ryan McBear, how's it going? Yeah, like there's a great moment in Metroid Fusion actually. Like it's a terrible moment, but it's a great moment where like there's a power outage on the space station you're on, and that means all the save stations get deactivated, so you can't save. It's just like, well, no, actually, if you go back to your ship, you can. But as a kid, I didn't know that, so that was like terrifying. I think that Metroid Fusion is genuinely like the scariest non-like horror game. Not that I really play horror games or anything, but like that like freaked me out on a visceral level many times. Partners and absurdly long bosses in general. The final boss is just an endurance test. Yeah, as far as I know, the all the Partners in Time bosses in the English version have massively inflated HP pools. There's some other old RPG that had the same thing where they just bumped up all the stats for no good reason. And then I think it was Lunar? Is it pronounced Lunar or is it just Lunar? Like, is it just the normal word or is there some other reason for it? You can never know with a JRPG. I'm bummed I missed that era of sprite comics and animations. Yeah, it was a cool time. The thing that bums me out is if I'd been born a little bit earlier, I could have been in that, but my skill level was always just like a little bit too far behind. Like right around when I got to the point where I could make something on par with like a Newgrounds cartoon, everyone was like starting to up their game and make like really high-end looking stuff. I did have sprite comics though. Funnily enough, despite everything, I never really had like a well-defined Sonic OC until like Sonic Forces. Still blown away that one of the Sonic fan comics I read as a kid was hosted alongside all the sprite comics was how an artist got to work on IDW comics officially. There's a lot of stories like that with like IDW especially, but a lot of people that were working on side media in Sonic now have those like things you can look back on and go like, oh, they made weird fan stuff like the rest of us. Oh, this isn't the way out. It was just a thing. Okay, everyone, what was your Sonic Forces OC and their backstory? I mean, the backstory is kind of set for you. They're like a coward who has survivor's guilt after Infinite killed a bunch of people. Oh, what? Oh, geez. Well, this is how you get rid of the bugs. Okay. This is such a transformative remake. It's really cool. Ghost of the Future was actually pretty good from what I remember, and also shipped Sonic and T-Cal. Interesting. I can definitely say that that's a ship I've never considered. Like, why not Knuckles? Can I? Nah. Probably could, but nah. Miss crack ships? I mean, crack ships are everywhere with those for those with eyes who see. I'm old enough to be out of those circles. I mean, you can just pair whoever you want though. There's no rules. You could go and be like, yeah, you know, my Kingdom Hearts ship is Riku Replica X Jiminy's Journal. I am right. I've honestly not ever been one for shipping, really. I'm super boring and mainstream almost all the time. The closest I come to shipping is when I see people like pairing characters and on like Twitter or something. I usually look at that and go, oh, good for them. All right. I don't think I can go any higher yet. It's a little bit down that. Oh, right, I can bomb there. Right. I need that ledge climbing ability. Man, even just the flipping sound effect is so nostalgic to me. My shame as a tween as I was a Shady Me shipper. I mean, there's stuff there to validate that. In Shadow the Hedgehog, one of the endings you can get, if you specifically do the dark route once, or no, I think it's twice. If you get to Cryptic Castle where you meet Amy, and then you go all hero from there on, you get the route is called like Miracle of Love or something like that, which I think is just meant to be like because Amy reminds him of Maria, but yeah, you can take it however you want. Now too old for such nonsense. And the weirdest ship I've ever come across was Cypher X Olette from Kingdom Hearts 2. Okay. I can't really say I know much about Olette as a character, honestly. She's just kind of the girl one. It's very much this is my favorite male and female character ship. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like when you're young, it is just about in more ways than just shipping. It's just about like the things you like and getting more of it. Oh, that looks like a secret for sure. Yeah, it's like you know, like a really good like non-romance version, I guess, depending on how you look at it, is the way people will pair off fighters in like Dragon Ball Z or something like that. Because that's like the ultimate in like it's the root of like the meathead shonen stuff. So you just want to smash together your favorite toys. And I guess this is also a type of smashing your favorite toys together. Yeah, smash together or smash together. Choice we must all face. I mean, yeah, sooner or later. Could probably just use missiles. I'm way too stingy with missiles, considering like you get a ton of missiles in Metroid. Need things to stop bothering me. Oh, is this like a bomb? God, they're just never gonna go away. Is this a bomb jump challenge? I have the rhythm down pretty well, but these things are annoying. Oh wait, I could just climb up and then roll off, couldn't I? That'd probably be fine. Yeah. Damn it! What an annoying little area. Yeah, I mean, my thing with missiles is like I don't have very good aim. I'm like there's a lot of Game Boy Advance Metroid bosses where you have to hit them in like a certain spot, and otherwise they'll just tink off of them. But like if you don't like have missiles because you blew them all, God, then you have to use the charge shot, and that's so risky. It's so much harder to maintain while still like dodging and stuff. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, no, it is the RPG healing effect, but also there are like even more directly comparable things like damage items in RPGs. Like usually you'll end up with a whole bunch of them and then by then they're useless because they do a fixed amount of damage. So they're way worse than just casting a spell or something. Man, I'd honestly love to like try remastering an old game like this and like reimagining it. I think that'd be so much fun. When are the specifically like Game Boy Advance nostalgia indie games gonna come about? We're now into like the PS1 era. Like it used to be mostly just NES stuff, then got a little bit of like SNES style stuff. And now we got some like PS1 style things. Like you got a lot of PS1 style horror specifically. But I want stuff like this, and I want it to sound like this too. I want it to be all crunchy. Man, Metroid music's so good too. Honestly, some of the UFO 50 games kind of come close to this sort of vibe. They kind of made me think a little bit more of Castlevania, like the Game Boy Advance Castlevanias aesthetically, but and also like it's not mimicking a Game Boy Advance. It doesn't have the same processing power. But yeah, when are they going to start appealing directly to me? Is this just a bomb jump thing? Yeah, damn it, I got the rhythm down. Ah. Oh man. I need to like get myself nestled up there. Ah man. No, when I hit the roof it bounces me down. I gotta hold right at the right moment. Yeah, there we go. I think I got the rhythm down. Ooh. A speed block. Ah, no. No. No, uh-oh. There we go. No. Oh. Another elevator. You know, out of all of the Metroid 1 areas, I feel like Crateria doesn't really get much play. Like, I feel like every other zone is represented in, like, Smash Bros. And Prime 4 is probably gonna be so good. Oh, okay. That's a really ominous jingle. Analysis inconclusive. Item incompatible. Oh, that's neat. Incompatible with current suit. Were those always glowing? Oh, what? Yeah, like the game's barely started and I've already got 25 missiles. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Wait, bomb jump doesn't work underwater? Huh. And here I was thinking I found a solution. There we go. Oh. The solution was simpler than I thought. Oh, jeez. Well, that's weird. All right, no getting past that. I really don't have any other tools to use. Oh. What? Why is that different? Oh, it's a trick. Power grip, yeah, finally. Finally. We've got the origin. Oh, what? We've got the origin of how Samus can hold on to ledges. Which actually, I don't think she can do that in the Prime games. Yeah, now we have Metroid who can grab. That's a very specific place to hit. I mean, there we go. Man, what a pretty game. I have nothing really nuanced to say, I just love how these games look. Right, if I remember right, this is the start of the game. If I were to jump down... Yeah, I'm back here. Or actually, I guess... No, this isn't back here because you don't start here, you start underneath. Oh, you need to be fast to go through there. Oh man, that shit just reminded me of like the Metroid recap they did. I think it was to promote Dread, and they have this 8-bit version of Samus's ship, and it's so ugly. The sprite work is so bad. It's like they did something similar for Final Fantasy 13 with they did a recap for Lightning Returns, and any sprites that aren't lifted from another game are so amateur. Like it's weird. They have people who can do this, but they just didn't. Like they're like, nah, we'll get an intern on it. This is totally what Caius looks like. All right, we did a loop. I don't know why it's hard to hire sprite artists. Like, at the very least, when like a TV show doesn't do it, it's like really lame, but that's not their thing. I don't get it when it's a video game studio. It should literally be so easy, so much easier than anywhere else. You should not have to look. You could probably find someone on your staff who has done some pixel art, and it just doesn't happen sometimes. But it's super weird though, especially with Square Enix, because the sprites that aren't custom made for that advertisement are lifted from other like mobile games they have going. So they could just say, "Oh, hey, people from that are working on that mobile game. Can you make us like one more sprite?" But that's just not on in the cards apparently. Like, I guess the advertisements like that have to have a pretty limited budget. But still, they could commission me. My sprites are like $5. All right, where to next? I do have the ability to grab. That does open up a lot of stuff. Oh, I've been here before. Is there something to the right or not? Oh, hey! I guess I should have gone right the whole time. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Whew. Well, that actually barely did anything. Or no, wait. No, I did lose a whole health bar. could go for like one more E-tank. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Nope. Nah, nothing up here? Okay. Thought I was being clever. Oh man, those things always go up to your height. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back in 5 minutes.